What is going on, Internet? Lou here, and if I look tired, it's probably because I am. It's about 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I've been promising you guys an update for a couple of days now. Things in kind of the real life got really busy, and but I wanted to make sure that I got this update out to you guys because I know a lot of you have been sticking with Redemption ROM, and for those of you who are, I really appreciate it. This is kind of my AOSP journey that I've been taking. I've dealt with mainly Sense ROMs in the past, and being able to now work with source code and compile these ROMs from scratch has been a really awesome experience. And before we get into the changelog for Redemption ROM version 1.0.2, I wanted to remind you that all the versions leading up until to this point have really been building a foundation, really optimizing the base ROM, really making sure that it's rock solid and stable, working on all the bugs. I feel it's important to have a strong base before you start adding all sorts of flashy features on top. So that's what the goal has been, and I think here in version 1.0.2 I've really achieved that. Now the only one feature admittedly that I think is lacking in this version is native tethering. It's not hard to add, it's just something I haven't gotten around to do yet. However, you can use the Android Tether application. Wi-Fi tether, it works perfectly. The newest build works with the Galaxy Nexus, but that will come in version 1.0.3. Actually, I'm probably going to do a 1.1 revision because it's going to include a lot of new features that you're going to be able to interact with that aren't just going to be under the hood. So look forward to version, probably it's going to be 1.1. So that's good things to come. I think we've got a really nice rock solid base here, so I'm happy with it. It's really met all my standards and lived up to my standards, so I think we can move on now to start to add features. So anyway, let's go over to Roots Wiki. That's where the ROM thread for Redemption ROM lives, and let's look at what's changed here in version 1.0.2. I've added data app functionality, and for those of you who don't know, when you first flash a ROM, most of the applications that you see, unless data app functionality has been enabled, live within a directory called System. Now, System is a protected directory. You can't delete any application in the System directory while it's running. It's protected from you to be able to do that. Now, if you add data app functionality and give the data app directory the proper privileges, it will allow you then to delete while the ROM is running any application you want at will. In fact, when you download an application from the market and install it, it goes into that same directory, the data app directory. So that's basically what I enabled out of the box. I did this so if I add any applications to this ROM other than the core applications or Google applications that are included, I'm going to probably put them in there just in case it's an app that you don't want. That way I don't install it in the system directory and then you're unable to delete it, without having to basically, mount the system as read-write or maybe even boot into recovery and use the Android SDK to delete those. I don't want you to have to go through all that, so I enabled data app functionality. In fact, there's two new applications that I have in the ROM that I put in the data app directory, one of which is Google Wallet and the other one is the Android Terminal. Now, I added the Android Terminal because of the next feature that you're going to notice, which is I have this ROM bash enabled. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Linux, you know that you can do a ton of stuff with bash scripting. So I've enabled bash here in the ROM, so you can use all those same bash scripts, functionality within your Android ROM, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to try to do some neat things with bash scripting here with the Redemption ROM in the future. So I enabled bash. That's the next feature. Let's see here. I've also worked on some more user interface speed and performance. I've tried to also work on just the user interface overall speed and smoothness. So you're going to notice probably the ROM's a little bit smoother, a little bit quicker as far as the user interface is concerned. I've added the proprietary face lock binaries. So basically, Google did not release the source code or make their face lock technology open source. So to get that working, you've got to basically take the face lock binaries from a Nexus S update, 4.0.3 update, and put them in our Galaxy Nexus ROM. I want to thank Skyraider37 for that. He basically gave me those binaries, so I didn't have to go hunting around for them. So big thanks to him for those. So now FaceLock will work. It did not work in version 1.0.1. It now works out of the box. Works great. I've got the proper auto brightness, so I know in the AOSP ROMs the auto brightness was a little wonky, but it's working fine now. It's acceptable to me. It works pretty good. I've got the proper power profile. What this means is basically the power profile we had before didn't have the proper battery size for the Galaxy Nexus, so it was reading the battery capacity wrong. I've gone ahead and fixed that, so now the proper power profile is in there, and it's got the correct battery size. So now it's going to read your battery capacity properly. So that's also been updated. Let's see here. And that's pretty much it for 1.0.2. Again, you've got the data app functionality. You now have it's bash capable. I've worked on some of the user interface speed and performance overall. Your FaceLock is now going to work out of the box. Auto brightness should be a little bit better. You've got the proper power profile to read your battery capacity. Google Wallet and Android Terminal are now also in there. So that's about it, guys, for version 1.0.2. I'm very happy with it. Going forward now in the next versions to come, you're going to start to see me add features. I really think it was very important to take the time, come out with a couple of revisions to make sure that we've got a stable base to work on, and then going forward we're going to start to add all of our features. So anyway, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, we'll see you later.